ladies and gentlemen. I think there might be like one guy that watches this, and that would be my husband. Ha! Oh, maybe my little cousin. Sometimes he watches, but mostly probably a few ladies, I know, but that's all good. Sorry, I'm backing out of my driveway so I can get back to work. I'm just wrapping up my lunch break. I thought I'd get on here and do another quick gratitude vlog, I suppose, is what the primary reason for this vlog is, because I got to thinking, tomorrow I'll be in that training all day, and then I've got the concert. I'm super excited about Todd Tillman concert tomorrow night with my best friend Melissa. Yay! It's gonna be fun. So I'm sure I'll be pretty busy and tied up tomorrow, and then this thing just moved, probably so. I'm so sorry. Bouncing around on this bumpy road. But anyway, and then Friday, we're having that kind of dual birthday party for two of the ladies at work. One of them's birthday was Monday the 2nd, and one of them has a birthday coming up next Tuesday, the 10th. So we're combining those together and having some goodies, just a little, kind of like a potluck, but not the old-timey potluck, because people don't make meals and full dishes and stuff like that anymore. We bring just kind of snack stuff. I'm going to make the taco roll-ups again. Tammy, have you tried them yet? You gotta let me know if you have, what you thought. You can also, I just remembered who I'm talking to, so that's not going to work for you. Some people, sometimes, we have done this before, but I typically like it without, but you can take the canned chicken, white meat chicken, and kind of, I don't know if you have a chopper or maybe a blender to make it kind of fine, chop it up a little bit thinner than the way it comes in the can. It's already pretty small. And you can add a little bit of meat to each one, so that's an option. I know, Tammy, you're not a meat eater, but for those of you who are, just think about that. So anyway, I have decided that tonight I'm going to go ahead and do the taco roll-ups and put them in the fridge, and that way tomorrow night all I have to do is get them out and cut them up into my little bite-sized pieces, because I know that after I get home from that concert, even if it's not super late, I'm not going to feel like doing anything after being at work and then being there all day, day and night. So I'm trying to plan ahead a little bit. Excuse me. And so one of the ladies got us all various calendars, little desk calendars last year for Christmas, and I happened to get the one that was the tasty calendar. So each day has a recipe, a picture of the food, and then you can scan the little what is it called, a QR code or whatever, the little box barcode type thing, and get the recipe. Or in my case, I have the Tasty app on my phone, so I just searched for the recipe, and I'm behind the waste management people. This is gonna be fun. So anyway, I'm sorry this keeps moving. I thought I had it set to where it would kind of be still. Apologize for that, but anyhow, so today it says hot chocolate with the marshmallows on a stick, and basically it looks like it's gonna end up being a small little fudge, a piece of fudge or brownie basically that you make, and then the little mini marshmallows on top, kind of when it's still warm, so they don't exactly melt, but they stick, and then you use a popsicle stick and put down in there. So I'm gonna try it. That should be interesting. I'll take a picture and show you all later if it works out. But I'm picking up a small grocery order today after work at 5, and I'm gonna try to do those tonight. I'm thinking if I do them tonight, and then I'll have to read and see if they need to be in the fridge. I feel like they will be. If I put them in the fridge, they should be okay. It's Wednesday, and then they'll be in the fridge Thursday, and then I'm taking them to work Friday morning. So I really think it'll be okay. I also considered if I decide not to do that, or if it's a flop, because I've had that happen to me before when I've tried to make something that didn't work out, then I have a backup plan. And I was going to just make some random, candy bark type stuff, or just, I don't know what you would even call it, just a snack bark. But I have the white almond bark kind of stuff. And I have Oreos, and I ordered some pretzels and some M&Ms. So I was thinking, can break all those up and kind of throw them in there and just make your little candy bark, basically, is what it amounts to. You can throw in pretty much whatever you want. I like throwing in the pretzels because it gives you a little bit of that salty with your sweet and breaks up the sweetness of the almond bark. To me is so sweet. And I try to do it thin because you want it thin and not super thick, because the thicker it is, the sweeter, it is, and you just got this big thick piece of like candy basically. So I try to make it thinner, but it's got to have a little thickness to it so that it kind of grabs and holds your stuff, and then when it hardens, it holds your cookie pieces, your pretzels, and your M&Ms or whatnot in there. So, and it's fun to make because you can do it for different holidays. I made some one time for St. Patrick's Day, and I took food coloring, and you have to follow directions, and I forget which it is, but you have to get either oil-based or water-based, whichever, because one works and one doesn't with almond bark. But you get your food coloring, and I made it green. So my almond bark is like, the mixture is green for the bark, and then I added in they had mint M&Ms out at the time because they were all like 2 or 3 different shades of green. So I did that, and then I got mint Oreos. It was almost a little too minty though. Those M&Ms were pretty strong, and I'm a big fan of chocolate mint, but that was almost too much for even me. But it turned out cute because, had, of course, the cookie pieces in there, and then, the middle of them they used to be green. I don't know if they're still green when they're mint or not, but they may be white with just the mint flavoring, but it used to be green. And so, try to make it for St. Patrick's Day, and then I've made it like for Easter with like your pastel colored, sprinkles or M&Ms or whatever. Or sometimes people do that, make it pink and purple for like unicorn bark, or just, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. And it's so simple to just like melt your stuff and, kind of even it out on a cookie sheet or whatever, or pan, and then kind of toss all your stuff in there however you want it, and let it basically harden, put it in the fridge or freezer for however long. I can't remember all the details, but it's easy to just look up any kind of bark recipe and it'll tell you what they recommend. And then when you're done, just kind of take a knife or some kind of utensil and kind of crack it, or you just pick it up with your hand and crack it or whatnot, and into pieces. So anyway, like I said, simple, fun, easy, and you can make it match just about any kind of season. Or like, if I would have done one back around Halloween, I would have threw in some candy corn. So some people probably would have hated that, but others would have loved it. So just saying. Anyway, okay, so I haven't even said anything about being what I'm grateful for today. This is more or less turned into a chatty car vlog like usual. Anyway, I will go ahead and throw some things out there though. So obviously, and this normally would have been my first, but because it was like my anniversary and all that stuff, I was thinking more about my husband and just family and stuff like that, and loved ones and all that, so I did that. But honestly, my number one, always, forever and ever, my number one like thing to be thankful for and grateful for is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I mean, I wouldn't be here without him. I wouldn't have a husband without him. I mean, I just truly feel like, he put us together. I don't know that I would be here physically because of all the health issues I had back in 2016. I mean, when you undergo, even if they're not like super duper, like major surgeries, although one really turned into a major surgery, it doesn't matter. With my age, my size, it's always risky. I mean, anytime you go under anesthesia, and, it's always a risk, no matter what. Even the healthiest people have, had bad results, or, maybe passed because of a surgery, due to complications, or, they didn't react well to the anesthesia and they didn't know it, and then, you can't do nothing after the fact, so, I'm just thankful to be here, honestly, and, it's all because of God, because I definitely don't do all this myself. He basically has blessed me with a good family and a good job and a home and, loved ones and fur babies. I can't have any real babies, but I got plenty of fur babies to keep me company and to love and, make me kind of feel like a mom. And I've got my nephews, and especially this youngest one now. I spend as much time with him as I can, and, feel fortunate to be in his life and everything. So I thank God for all of that, and I really thank him for just being there to save me and just basically being number one in my life. I try to make it a habit, and I'm not trying to harp on anybody or hurt anybody's feelings, but I've always tried to make it a habit not to say you are my everything when I talk about, Justin, or send him a message online or something like that. And it's not because I don't love him to death or, am grateful for him or anything, but it's always stuck out to me, and I've heard it before, but if you remember on Diary of a Mad Black Woman, when the main character is going through her divorce and just, found out her husband's cheated, kicking around, all this stuff, and she goes to see her mother, and I want to say it's Cicely Tyson is the mother. I may be wrong about that. Somebody can correct me. But anyway, she goes to see her mother in the nursing home, and she's got her kind of head in her lap or whatever, and she's telling her, that he was my everything, and she kind of, in that mama tone gets onto her, and she said, God is your everything. And that's always stuck with me because, I will say that, my husband is my rock, he's my best friend, he's my, my soulmate, all those things I truly feel and believe, but I try to just shy away from the whole you are my everything, unless you can, I guess you can tweak it and go out there and say you are my earthly everything, but that just sounds dumb. So, I've just always kind of kept, my everything just, belongs to God, because without him I'm nothing, but with him I can do all things. So, that's just my feeling on it. But anyway, that is my number one thing to be grateful for, even though it was not my number one item that I talked about on my gratitude vlogs. I'm going to wrap this up because it's already 11 and a half minutes long and I'm almost back to work. And yeah, so hope I didn't bore you guys too much, but yeah, hope you have a great day. Happy hump day. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.